in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss the subject that is design of feedback control system. And in today's video we will discuss the example of lagged compensator using the root locus. That means first we will discuss the procedure, or we can say the theory that is related to how we can design the lagged compensator using the technique that is what is a root locus. So let's start our today's session. See, first of all, we will see the step-by-step procedure that is used to design a phase lag compensator using the root locus. See, already we discussed how to design the phase lead compensator using the root locus. Here we have to follow the more or less similar step to design the phase lag compensator. So, what is the first step? That is, we have to draw the uncompensated root locus. As you know, in a phase lead compensator, what we are doing? Just we are drawing the uncompensated root locus. Here also, we have to draw the uncompensated root locus. Now, in the step 2, we have to find the desired location of closed loop hole. If you remember, then in a phase lead compensator also we are just finding this. That is what is the desired location of closed loop hole. And as you know, the equation is what? It's SD that equal to minus beta omega n plus or minus under root of 1 minus beta square omega n. Now, step 3 is what? As the transient specifications are met, so the uncompensated root locus is a pass from the SD. Now here, see, if you remember that in a phase lead compensator, what we are saying? That here my uncompensated root locus is not passed from the SD. That's why I have to use the technique that is what is a phase lead compensator. So, for example, in an exam, if the question is asked, design a suitable compensator. That means they are not specifying whether it is a lead or lag compensator. So, how you can realize that which compensator here we will use? That is, you have to draw the uncompensated root locus. Then you need to find out the SD and then check whether your uncompensated root locus is passed from the SD or not. If it is passed from the SD, then it's a phase lag compensator. And if it is not passed from the SD, that means what? It's a phase lead compensator. Alright? Now, step number 4. Here, we have to find out the uncompensated gain at the point, that is what is the SD, and for that we will use the equation that is what KUC. UC is what is uncompensated, and we are finding this gain at the point that is what is the SD. That's why here its notation is what is a KUC SD. Now the equation is what? It's a product of vector length from pole to SD divided by product of vector length from 0 to SD. Now, vector length, that means so simply you have to measure the length with help of the scale. That means you have to draw a line from SD to pole and then you have to measure that distance with help of the scale. Similarly, in a denominator, you have to draw the line from SD to 0 and then you have to measure that distance with help of the scale. Now we have to find out the constant, that is according to the type of the open loop system. Here see the type, that means what? As we already studied in a control system, we know that there are the type 0, type 1 and type 2 system. And how we can say that this is type 0, this is type 1, this is type 2? Then that is decide, that is the power of the S. For example, if I have an equation, transfer function, that is 1 upon s square plus x. So here s square plus s, that is in the denominator. So you just take the s common. So what you have? S into s plus 1. So here you just check the power of the s, that is common s. Now you check the power of that s, that is what is 1. So we can say example, that is 1 upon s plus 2. So as such, we do not have any term that is s common. So here that is what is a type 0 system. And for s square, that is what is a type 2 system. So here if we have a type 1 system, then we know that the equation is what? It's a KVUCSD that equal to what? It's a s tends to 0, s into g of s. And if it is a type 2 system, then here it's a s tends to 0, s square into g of s. Okay? Now next, that is step number 5. We have to calculate the required phase lag gain beta using this equation. That is beta that equal to kV required divided by kVUC as D. See the kV required that is given in the question. And kVUC as D that already you have found in step number 4. So you have to substitute this two value. And you have to choose the higher value of beta that is using the above equation, right? For example, if I get beta equal to 3, then I'll take the higher value, that is for beta equal to 5. If beta equal to 7.5, then definitely I'll take higher value, that is what 8, 9 or anything, that is 10. So here what we will do the one standard process. If your beta is between 1 to 4, then we will take beta equal to 5. If the value of beta that is in between 6 to 9, then we will take the beta that equal to 10. Alright? But that is up to you. For example, if your beta is 7.5, if you want to take 8, that is alright. Alright? Now, step number 6. That is what? Here we have to draw the 0, right? And for that we require the angle. So here to take the phi z that is less than 10 degree. So it is okay if somebody takes 5 degrees, 6 degrees, 7 degrees, but you cannot take 11. Here your phi z that should be what? Is less than 10 degree. Now how we can draw this angle? See here, first of all, the compensated ZC is located a line from SD with the angle that is phi z less than 10 degree. A reference line is a zeta line and the real axis, right? See this way I'll show you. This is my imaginary axis. This is what is a real axis. Now, here you just mark a one point that is SD. And you know the equation that is minus zeta omega n plus or minus under root of 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Now you just draw a one line that is connected to origin and SD. And that line is known as a what? It's a zeta line. Now what you have to do? You have to put your protector on a zeta line. And the center of the protector is what? It's a SD. Okay, and the baseline is what? It's a zeta line. And the center, again I am repeating, the center is what? Is a SD. Now you have to draw a one line that is angle phi z that is less than 10 degree like this. This angle. Okay, this angle is what? It's a less than 10 degree. And you just extend that line. So whenever it intersects on the real axis, that point is known as a ZC. Okay. Now you have to find out the PC, and PC you will get with help of the equation. That is what is a PC that equal to ZC divided by beta. And as we know that in a lag compensator, the pole is near to the origin. But in a lead compensator, my 0 that is what is near to the origin. Here you will get the value of PC that equal to ZC divided by beta. Now, step number 7, that is find the compensated gain of the system since ZC and PC are located to each other. Then how we can get that is KCSD, that is almost equal to what? It's a KUC. That is the gain of the uncompensated system is almost equal to the gain of the compensated system. Why? Because the pole in 0 that is very nearer to each other. And if I am going to measure that with help of the distance, that is with help of the scale, then definitely pole and 0 that will cancel out. So your uncompensated gain, that is almost equal to the compensated gain. Then next, then we have to find out the error constant. That is KVCST. That equal to what? KVUC multiplied by Z. C by Z. PC. And here you have to check. That is KVCSD. That is definitely greater than what KV required. Okay. That means whatever. For example, there should be given my KV that around 5, 4, whatever it is. And when you are finding this, that should be the greater than or equal to your requirement. If this requirement is not meeting, for example, given is 4, but if you are getting 3, then again you have to redesign all the procedure by choosing the different value of beta. Okay, that's why what we are doing, we are just taking this some higher value. So here you will get some margin. That is your KVCSD, that is greater than what? Your KV required. Now, using this, what we will solve the examples. That is to design a phase lag compensator using the root locus. So here also, see, some specification will given to you. One transfer function is given to you. Based on that, there are some predefined requirements. And you have to design your compensator to fulfill that requirement. Thank you. I hope this session is clear.